We do have one last person, though, who would like to talk about libraries, and that's Matthew Zadrozny, who will talk about libraries, if you would like to say for that. Matthew.
Is this working?
Yes, it is.
All right. Good afternoon, Mr. Chairman. Good afternoon, Council. My name is Matthew Zadrozny. I'm the president of SaveNYPL.org, an all-volunteer group. We save the Mid-Manhattan branch, which Iris Weintraub was showcasing, from being sold. We save the historic book stacks at the Central Library, which hold up the main reading room, from being gutted. We prevented the NYPL from wasting millions of dollars and digging a money pit like the one Cooper Union's trustees buried their students in. Now NYPL wants to spend millions smashing a landmarked window in the South Court and carving up the marble walls of the North-South Gallery at the Central Library. These changes are intended to allow tourists to exit through a supersized gift shop and caterers to swiftly service private parties and weddings. They have nothing to do with the NYPL's mission. Nowhere in the NYPL's charter is there a provision for a bar service. The Central Library on 42nd and 5th was built on city land with taxpayer money and is owned by the City of New York. NYPL's contract with the city requires it to keep the Central Library open at least 80 hours per week. For the first 6 decades of its existence after it opened, the Central Library was open to the public an average of 87 hours per week. Now, NYPL's Central Library is open less than 55 hours each week. 3 nights a week, Monday through Friday, it closes before 6 p.m., when most students are getting off school and most working New Yorkers are leaving work. On Sundays, the day most New Yorkers are free, it's open only 3.75 hours, and in summers, it is closed. Mr. Chairman, such stingy hours are all the more unfortunate given that NYPL's cash-strapped peer, the Queens Public Library, only opens 3 of 66 branches on Sundays, and the Brooklyn Public Library opens only 6 of 60 branches. Longer hours aren't sexy. Longer hours don't provide ribbons to cut or trophies to parade. Longer hours provide a quiet, safe space for students to study, researchers to write books, freelancers to work, and inventors to create. By contrast, short hours cut into education and earnings. That is why several thousand New Yorkers have signed our petition demanding longer hours at the Central Library. As NYPL told the Council in March, libraries open doors, but not if they're closed. So, don't let the NYPL spend millions desecrating the People's Palace. Instead, compel the NYPL to honor its contract with the city and keep the Central Library open at least 80 hours per week. Tell the NYPL, serve readers, not cocktails. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Matthew. I know you've been before the committee before. As someone who's dedicated my life to libraries, appreciate and respect your advocacy, and I agree with you that there are few things more important than expanding library hours and days of service, something we worked very hard to do. When I first became the chair, we were down to 5. So we have expanded them, but we need to expand them more. I agree with you. Thank you.
Thank you.
With that, this hearing is adjourned.
Yes.